What's dripping, my Call of Duty nieces and nephews? And today we did get the Ricochet Anti Cheat update for Season 3, which is around the corner. So let's dive right on in, because I don't want to hold y'all no longer. So it goes on to say Season 3 is around the corner, bringing new content to Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, and a little known map called Verdansk back to Call of Duty Warzone. And it says, for Ricochet Anti Cheat team, the focus remains on our commitment to taking down cheat makers, banning bad actors, and ensuring a great player experience. Our roadmap for the anti-cheat extends beyond this season. That's great to hear. But in the latest progress report, we'll focus on recent results and security-focused updates coming in Season 3. So that's really good right there, which I want to ask the question that I know these improvements should be good, but the question is, will they deliver? So let's dive deeper real quick. So as you see for the first image, you do see it says, like the first image we got right now, it says 20 plus cheat makers and dozens of cheat resellers are out of business. And they say we're not slowing down. So right now it's showing that Call of Duty trying to put their foot on these cheat makers' neck, bro. So that's a real big double right there. But let's read for along what it says though. It says you may have heard that a few cheat developers and resellers are closing up shop. Since Black Ops 6 launch, our roadmap has been to go on the offensive and disrupt the cheating marketplace. In that time, over 20 cheat makers and dozens of cheat resellers are out of business due to these efforts. And like I said, they say they're not slowing down, right? So as we continue to move forward, it does say the Team Ricochet is or has issued over 228,000 bans since Black Ops 6 was released. We removed 23% of cheaters before they had played their very first match. These are strong wins for the game, but there's always more we can do to get better in both speed and efficiency. So them addressing that is a huge W. Now, it says for the Season 3 security, it do go on to say that as an additional layer to existing anti-cheat processes, we're launching brand new system in Season 3, which we've been doing this since like Season 1, but it said for security reasons, we can't give away too much details. However, we will publish another Ricochet progress report in the release window of Season 3 Reloaded to detailed results from next week's update. So, this next week what's gonna be going on and what they can determine through all their stats and things like that, with the launch of Season 3. And it goes on to say several of our current systems are getting big updates this season, too, including our aimbot detection and also the machine learning system that analyzes game replays to identify suspicious gameplay for human violated enforcement. Now, next, we're going to be discussing the reporting and UI updates. And as you see, we do have this image that we got yesterday, right? Talking about this kill cam and things like that, which the kill cam has and is making some improvements. So that's a big W right there. So I'm just going to read a little bit of this right now. It goes on to say reports made by players in-game are important to our anti-cheat efforts. However, we found that many of these reports have been inaccurate in situations where the killing player might have had an intel advantage, meaning like a UAV being pinged and things along that line. It says such as when the perks like Recon Scout or when having the advantage of a spy cam live ping. And also it says over 60% of received cheater reporting in Call of Duty Warzone has been against console players. And it says, for example, console cheating is possible, but our data has consistently shown it represents an extremely low population of detected cheaters when compared to PC. Now, all it's saying is, they not saying console players can't cheat. You know what I'm saying? They know they can, but it's just rare compared to PC players. So 9 times out of 10, bro, you just getting your goddamn wig split by a legitimate console player who's really like 9 times out of 10 better than you. And you can blame that on aim assist or whatever you want to blame it on, but just not on the cheating, right? So they do give like I say, this image right now, talking about what they can improve on, or what they're trying to improve on and display within the kill cam. Now, this don't guarantee that nobody is cheating, but it kind of like put you in the know on how you got killed. Such as, you do see like the list of attackers who dealt damage with their username, weapon damage, and also hits, and also affected by live ping, meaning like if the enemy had pinged you via the line of sight, that's why you got killed as well. And also affected by the UAV, meaning if the enemy had you pinged on the mini-map via a UAV tower, or advanced UAV, that's another reason how you died. You feel me? And then lastly, it says affected by unsuppressed weapons. Like, bro, if you're shooting on a mini-map You're gonna be indicated. You're gonna be known where you're at, especially if you don't have a suppressor on your weapon. And a lot of people don't know that. Like, people gotta understand, like, there's many new people who play this game who just don't know that a suppressor keeps you off the mini map. You feel me? So that, like, just keep that in mind. And it goes on to say, when firing your weapon, reveal your location on the minimap to nearby enemies, like I just mentioned just there. Now, let's move over to the limited matchmaking. Well, this is pretty lengthy, but we just gonna go ahead and read it real quick. It says, we've seen questions about Call of Duty limited matchmaking lobbies, referred to as shadow ban lobbies by players. So we wanted to provide some background on its purpose. It goes on to say, limited matchmaking is a necessary part of the system as an immediate reaction to the detection of suspicious activity. It goes on to say the limited matchmaking allows accounts to continue to play matches online in a separate pool from standard matchmaking as our team examines and collects all evidence, they need the evidence, dog, necessary for further action if needed. Being placed in a limited matchmaking doesn't signal someone is confirmed cheating, but an alarm was raised that required examination. There are several ways an alarm could be tripped, including a major change in account behavior, or if a brand new account is dropping improbable stats, like, you know what I'm saying, you can have like a level 3 account but dropping 40, 50 kills and things like that. That's what they pretty much getting at. That's how I'm taking it right now. I could be totally wrong. And it says, to name a few, and it says, players invited to your party also impact the matchmaking pool you will be placed in. If one person in a party has their account in the limited matchmaking, for example, the entire party will be forced to play in those limited matchmaking lobbies. This is intentional, so matchmaking adjustment can't be, circumvented, you know what I'm saying, during any account investigation. It's also said accounts in limited matchmaking make up less than 0.15% of the entire player population in Black Ops 6 and Call of Duty Warzone, but partying up can expand the overall pool. Once a non-limited matchmaking account disconnects from the party impacted by the limited matchmaking, they return to standard matchmaking. So now you will be in a totally different lobby. It's crazy that it's even set up like that or even worded that way, but you know what, it is what it is. It also says a major update week launch in season 2 was speeding up the account review process. If an account is removed from a limited matchmaking after investigation, it doesn't mean that they can't be examined again for suspicious activity, but this recent change was targeted to reduce the time the accounts are in the limited matchmaking, through all the examination. So it just reduces the time, which, it helps you, get back on track pretty quickly. Now, let's talk about some rank play update. And as you see on this screenshot right now, on this image, shall I say, it says over 228,000 counts has been banned since the Call of Duty Black Ops was released, like I already said there earlier in the video. And it also says Team Ricochet removed 23% of cheaters before they played their first match. Now, to me, y'all let me know, I could be totally wrong. This feel like it's low, like it's not enough. I mean, 23% is a step in the right direction, but man, just imagine if we seen something 50% or even more. That's getting rid of majority of the cheaters for the most part, right? But still over 228,000. No, that's a lot, but for sure they're working on it and it can be totally be more. But let's read some information that could be important for a lot of you ranked players. It says encountering a cheater in rank play is not only a frustrating experience, but it often also results in a loss that costs you important skill rating, which means your SR, negatively impacting your season rank progress. In season 3, the team will be introducing a new system to help counter the frustration and reverse the impact a banned cheater had on the rank play SR system. Retroactive SR adjustment. And then we talked about this in yesterday's video, if I'm not mistaken, but let me just fill y'all in on more with what it discusses. So when a ranked player cheater is banned, anyone that's recently defeated in rank play will receive an SR refund for those matches. To start, we will examine the last 2 weeks of matches, but will continue to monitor if the timing needs to be adjusted. Then it also says player who we detect playing with cheater may have their SR for those wins taken away. So I'm looking at it, cause the question I had yesterday was like, what if somebody is playing with random and don't realize somebody is cheating? Then they gotta get penalized for it. But the fact that they said that the player may have some SR taken, that means that they're gonna look at the last 2 weeks or the last few games, whatever it may be, and see how long you will play with that person, because it could be just you play with the person one time and just did not know at all, versus somebody do know that they're cheating and been playing like a few games. I don't know how many games that they may be looking at, but it just said that it may be taken away. Like your SR may be taken away, you feel me? But that's something that they're gonna keep on looking at and things like that. And it also says this process will be live for Black Ops 6 ranked play shortly after Season 3 launch. And also, similar system will arrive for Call of Duty Warzone when ranked play is live. We'll also perform a leaderboard scroll before Season 2 ends to remove any account that's earned SR illegitimately, such as from boosting. Now, that's a lot. Now, speaking about boosting, let's talk about taking on teaming. You feel me? Now, this can very be key though, because a lot of people hate teaming in the game, period. It says intentionally working with opponents to grief other squads and or to boost your account is teaming. It is deemed as teaming, and it's against the Call of Duty Code of Conduct and also security and enforcement policy as well. This isn't a new tactic, but we've seen it happening more often in recent weeks. That's hella wild though right there. Today, our team is issuing a ranked play specific ban waiver to all accounts we've detected and verified where teaming during Black Ops 6 and Call of Duty Warzone season. So all y'all people who been teaming, man, y'all better cut that ish out, because they gonna be on y'all next as well though. They are really trying to put their mother freaking foot down on everybody that got something to do with some boosting and cheating and stuff like that, dog. But also, to protect y'all, let's talk about this account linking changes that's been taking place. Y'all see the image right now. It's an email verification required. That's what we're talking about too. So let's go ahead and move forward. It's in a proactive effort to protect our players, which meaning myself and you all, we're adjusting the account linking shortly after the launch of Season 3. Any account that links to a new platform may be required to complete a new security challenge to verify they are in control of that account. So going from PC to going to console and vice versa, that's what they meaning. But it also says failure to complete the challenge will block gameplay on that platform. Players will see an in-game notification if this occurs, locking gameplay on the new platform until the authentication has been completed. Big W on that one though, huge W. In that, I think they just trying to put a stop to where people take over somebody else's account or hack somebody else's account, and then they get on that said person, just say John Doe account, and then they start hacking on it. Then John Doe want to play on this account without being known, and then boom, he hit with the, hey, you can't play, you've been banned and things like that. So they trying to avoid that from people, you know what I'm saying, for us like that. So it also said, if you receive an email notification about a platform link or a login attempt that you did not initiate, it goes on to say, visit callofduty.com to log in and immediately unlink that account and update your password. I highly recommend you do so. And it also says securing your account by enabling the 2FA or the two-factor authentication is very important, as is making sure you are not reusing passwords for your Activision ID that you would for others, apps or websites. Reusing passwords on another app or website is connection with your email can open the door to your account being stolen or hijacked. We don't want that. And again, it says visit our best practice support page to learn how to better secure your account. So please, I highly recommend you doing so. And we do got some community questions that they went on to address. Now we're gonna take a lot of this stuff with a grain of salt, because they can say one thing but really mean a different thing and stuff along that line. But let's go into it. It says, the first question is, you said spam reporting does not impact a player's account status. Is that true? They say, whether it's in-game or if a cheat developer creates a hack to submit 10,000 reports, spam reporting does nothing. Subsequent reports provide no additional information. You already told us someone seems fishy. Submitting the same report again doesn't add more detail, like at all. That's what they're saying. It don't matter how many times you do it. We already heard you. It don't mean anything. They're gonna go off the initial one that you already sent. In fact, spam reports, beyond malicious reporting being against our policy, reduces the trust we have in the future reports from an account and may result in punitive measure, which means if you keep on doing it, bro, and you just mad because you getting rocked and your wig split on the game, and you just want to report a player or team or whatever it may be, homie, they not gonna trust you no more. My nieces and nephews, don't be one of them. Just take the L if it lets you know for a fact they're cheating, just report it one time and go on back to business. The next one says, what has been done following any false positive of any anti-cheat enforcement? It says, our team is always examining our system for accuracy. If over the course of these examinations, we discover an account action was not warranted, it will be rolled back. So no, you'll get it back. No, they do make mistakes. Everybody gonna make mistakes. We all aware of that, but they're gonna bring it back. Lastly, it says, how often are leaderboards being purged of cheaters? And they go on to say, anytime an account is banned from Call of Duty, their records on the leaderboard will be purged in response. These removals are generally immediately. However, there may be a delay based on timing alongside other updates. So just keep this stuff in mind. But it also says, we've detailed only some of the updates and upgrades coming next week, but there's much more to come in the roadmap, including a new system and the ongoing targeting of cheat developers and resellers. And it says, see you in advance. And it also goes on to say, keep an eye out on future updates for the progress report and across social media, particularly the Call of Duty updates on Twitter or X or however you want to call it. This will be for real-time issues. Man, the question was, did they deliver? I want to say, to an extent, I believe Call of Duty really delivered. They still showing that they trying to be proactive. And them shutting down over 20 plus like cheat providers and resellers and things like that, bro, that's already a step in the right direction right there, for real. Now, once season 3 drop, are we gonna see no cheaters? No, that's not true. We gotta be realistic here. I believe they putting their foot down and they trying to show us they putting their foot down. I feel like they need to work a little bit more harder and quickly, and be like more efficient. But we just gotta wait till April 2nd and April 3rd get here next week. So, only time will tell. I hope, we don't have to have that experience we had in last Verdansk, dealing with all the cheaters, but it is what it is. But that is gonna wrap up today's video. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the anti-cheat update, like the new information that we received. Do y'all believe it will deliver or not deliver? That is the question. But if y'all did enjoy today's content, then consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel so you can stay up to date with all things related to Call of Duty content. It'll be greatly appreciated to have you be a part of this community and see the channel grow. But regardless, I love y'all and thank y'all for watching. And remember to eat good and sleep good. One love.